Okay, babes. You ran pretty fast on the other show. No, it's your imagination.
Have you noticed that? I thought maybe it was just me.
We did this. Patrick's. Come
I like
on.
this. This is very good. This reminds me.
That's
nice.
You have a pet snake. Is this the snake that you use on stage yours, or is it a prop, or is it actually your pet that you keep at home with your family?
No, actually, we rent them in every city that we go to. We
Really?
go to Hertz Rent a Snake. Yeah. No, of course, they're ours. Yeah.
Do you keep them at home with your children? And
I keep them at. Actually, we have one guy that takes care of them in L.A. And this is just like the stage show, only I wouldn't be able to see you. Yeah, the snake is sort of like we do for a different snake for each show, you know, for each like tour. So like we retire them after last year's show, we retired them.
well, it must be those are your fans, by the way. It must be a very traumatic experience for the yeah. It must be a very traumatic experience for the poor snake being on stage with you. And
no, the snakes are great. They're deaf. All snakes are deaf. And so are all lead guitar players. Obviously,
I think most
was. I've been sick all my life, I think, and it's just I found a way to let out the sickness, and rock and roll is a perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
If I get to be Mr. Hyde every night, then that means I'm Dr. Jekyll during the day. You know, if this was Alice here right now, he'd have already been chasing you around with an axe. You know.
But luckily, I've got Kane here to protect me.
No, Kane would have been holding you.
Oh. What's he like to work with?
It's
Tell
pretty
me the
good.
Truth. Come on, tell me the truth.
Okay, it's so hard. It's a job for me. I just do it because I have to.
Packs his lunch every morning.
No, it really is. It's a great thing. I mean, and fortunately, we have a few things in common. Just the priorities are different. I mean, I make no bones about the fact that I hit my microphone when I talk. And I write about sex and violence, and Alice writes about violence and sex. So we kind of have a common ground.
We find we kind of come together somewhere in the middle there, you know.
That's a lovely, lovely story. What we're going to do is we're going to play Guns N' Roses for you because I understand you're big fans of that.
Axl and the boys.
And we also have Motorhead. Now,
Motorhead's out with us now.
I understand. Now, tell me, what's it like working with Lemmy? This guy is I think, as notorious as you are, but for different reasons.
He's definitely, they're the loudest band I've ever heard in my life. I mean, they are almost as loud as the Partridge Family. You think?
Danny Bonaduce really kind of changed my life. Yeah.
No, they are the loudest band I think I've ever heard in my life, and they're really great guys. I mean, they go out there. They go out there every night with the same attitude that we do, and that's to totally wipe the audience out.
Annihilate the ears.
Annihilate them.
Yeah.
And they do a good job of it. We're happy to have them with us. We're proud of the boys.
That's right. Are you the Rambo of rock and roll?
That's what everybody keeps telling me, so I guess I am turning into that somehow.
Is that good?
It doesn't matter. I like it. It's a good thing. I guess the gun and the physique and the hair and the left leg.
The right leg.
Yeah, right leg is more Rambo.
Yeah.
How much have you learned from this guy?
Well, quite a bit. I mean, I was playing 18, and it was really upsetting my relatives and my parents and stuff, and when I was a kid. And then suddenly here I am rearranging the music a little bit and getting on stage with him, and he has a tremendous presence on stage, and he gives me some of these presents once in a while, and I'm very grateful. And we have a good time. I mean, it's really a great thing.
Okay, all right.
Did you ever tell about the scar right here? It's a
Well, one night, my legs were running faster than my brain, and I ran across the stage, and Alice kind of swung his sword around and cut me over the eye. And as the blood came down, I said, "This is good for my image." And then, as it got down about here, I went to the front of the stage, and then I tasted my own blood. And I think that was probably a good moment for me.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
It was a very romantic, sentimental moment that will live forever in his...
Super romance. Yeah, I like it. I like about splatter films. I know that you're into them. I personally cannot bear to watch them. They give me nightmares, which I don't enjoy. Do you get inspired by these films?
I use them as research, really. I mean, I've actually seen splatter movies that have used things from Alice Cooper shows.
Like what?
And so, I mean, you know, I'd be watching one, and all of a sudden they'll do something that we've done on stage. They'll do a guillotine bit, or they'll do a thing that's directly the way that we did it.
Huh.
You know, or they'll use a style thing, some sort of a dress thing that we've used. You know, and in fact, in Prince of Darkness, the thing I did in Prince of Darkness where I put the bicycle through the guy's chest.
Right,
John Carpenter saw us do that on stage with a mic stand, and he wanted to know if we could use that in the movie, only with a different prop. So, I mean, it does influence back and forth.